We're Danielle
and Tammy,
and this is Perimenopause,
where we drink beer
and talk about perimenopause.
So grab your favorite beverage and put on something cozy while we get into this week's topic. So,
Yeah.
welcome. Episode 8.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cheers. And this is so exciting because Danielle and I are in the same place, in the same country.
At the same time.
And we don't have to worry about like internet malfunctions or microphones.
No.
So this is very exciting. So we are at my place of work, which is called Sprucewood Shores Estate Winery. And I would flip the camera around, but it might mess everything up. But basically we're sitting like by our wedding event hall, and then everything behind us is vineyard.
It's beautiful.
And we were going to go sit out front. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. But we have a beach out there. So
It's how many wineries are around here? Like 24?
we have like
that?
20 in the area, and they're all kind of like along this one
Yeah.
road. And so you can just sort of hit a bunch like in a day.
Canada wine is great because they make a lot of red out here.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
I think it's like the climate is good for red because we have a longer growing season and it's not super cold.
Mm-hmm.
This January was very cold, so it was not great, but you know. So with that being said, what are you drinking?
This is Cabernet Sauvignon.
And I have a Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah. So when I started coming to Sprucewood, even before I worked here, they didn't have Sauvignon Blanc, I guess, because it's sold out like really quickly.
Oh.
And so we usually don't make a lot of it, but this harvest from last year, I guess, like when we bottled it and then I opened it and had some, it reminded me of a New England IPA. Just like really citrusy.
Very nice.
A lot of those same aromas. And you know, like that's why you think of like New Zealand has good Sauvignon Blanc and they have really good hops and whatever. So I don't usually drink white wine, but when it's hot and, you know.
Everybody says that. I like Sauvignon Blanc. There are some whites that I can do, but I don't think I could ever do like a whole glass or a whole bottle of a white. Just immediately I get a headache.
Oh, okay.
Like right away. Yeah.
Okay.
But I do like them. I mean, if it's like Prosecco, I can do that, but that's a different situation.
Yeah. To me, it's like the bubbles and the sweet, like too much, like, woo, they hit me. But
if it had bubbles, I could drink all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Well, sometimes I'll mix it with a flavored soda water, and then that helps kind of like
that would be really good.
Tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
So anyway. So, okay. So today I'm going to kind of go over this, what's it called? Seminar. So like such a weird word.
It is a weird word.
This seminar that I went to about perimenopause, but it was listed as like perimenopause and like aging. Okay, so whatever.
Feels redundant. But
yeah, I thought it was all going to be about perimenopause, but then there was a lot for like as you are past menopause and then you age. And I thought, okay, well that, I guess that all kind of goes together.
Yeah.
So my friend had sent me this link. This place that I went to, it's in Kingsville, which is like further east of here. It's called Estate of Health. And it's in like this old like mansion.
Cool.
It's like a really like shishi, like fancy kind of spa.
Oh.
Where you can do like yoga and get like massages, and they have a pool, and you can get like a day pass, or you can get like a membership and whatever. So
that's awesome.
I'd never been there, and I was like, okay, like I'd like to see what it's like, you know? So I registered and it was $40.
Okay.
Which I thought was a little steep
for a talk.
For a talk for 1 hour.
Hour?
Roughly 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, ladies.
But I was like, I'm doing it for myself, but also for the podcast. So I just wanted to see, all the information I feel like we've gotten in general, a lot of it's just been like online and like through the documentary. So I wanted to hear like from a medical professional.
Yeah.
So I get there. It's super hot out. It was a hot day. It was like almost 90 degrees.
Woof.
So I was hot, and then, you know, I'm kind of like a rule follower. So I followed the arrows in the parking lot, and then some woman came in the wrong way. And
there's always one.
This is like totally non sequitur, but she wanted to take the place I was waiting for, but I was waiting for her to move because she was going the wrong way. Anyway, so I was already just hot and raging by the time I got in there. So I got in there, and the first two things I noticed was we were in this room, a bunch of women who are either perimenopausal or postmenopausal, no AC.
That's poor planning. That's mean.
No AC. I was sweating, and I was texting my friend, and I was texting my husband. I was like, I'm dying here. Like, who thought, let's put all these women in this room with no AC? So there was that. And I, you know, when I have stuff like that happening, that's all I can think about. I can't really focus on other things because I'm just focusing on how hot I am.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the other interesting thing was that I wrote down there were only about 12 women there.
What?
Which I thought was not a lot.
It's not a lot.
I was the youngest person, and I'm almost 44. And when I say the youngest, I was looking at these other women, and basically they were all, with maybe the exception of one or two, like postmenopausal.
Really?
Like in their like 60s. And I just found it interesting because I thought, well, why are you coming to learn about perimenopause, which is before menopause? Like, you definitely are probably past that. And then I thought, probably because nobody knows anything about anything.
Yeah. It's something to do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they've never heard about it, and now it's over.
Right.
They might as well know what's going on now.
And so that's when I thought, like, the part where it was like an aging.
Yeah.
That was like, so I was like, okay.
Interesting.
So that was just so like weird to me. So the other thing I'll say, and we've kind of talked about this too, is that this was being led by I don't know what they're called, but like a naturopath doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So not a regular medical doctor, we'll just put it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was kind of torn. Like, I learned some things and I wrote some things down that were like really interesting, but then a lot of stuff I just was disappointed because I felt like there was some misinformation.
Yeah.
And but again, these women are not getting information anywhere else. So they're like not lapping it up, but they're just like so desperate. So they're like whatever she says is the gospel.
It's more than they knew before.
Right.
So that's something.
Right. So one thing she said, which I found to be interesting, but it makes sense. She said menopause is a retroactive diagnosis, and there are no biological markers that can be tested. Right. So basically, you only know that you've hit menopause after you've stopped having your period. So it's like you don't get like diagnosed with that until after it's happened.
That makes sense.
And there's no like blood test where they can say you're there.
Yeah.
Because everything's like fluctuating up till that point. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
She said, I didn't know this because I have not had a hysterectomy, but like an actual hysterectomy is a removal of your uterus and your ovaries.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know anyone that's had a hysterectomy?
No.
I only know one person.
I don't know anybody. That's interesting.
So yeah, I guess I thought it was your uterus. And we've talked in the past where surgical menopause is like when you have a surgery that affects those parts, you could go into early perimenopause.
Yes.
But then she also said any sort of ablation.
Oh, that makes sense.
Can cause early perimenopause. And I didn't have a chance to have her clarify, but like I've had an ablation, and I think she was sort of getting at that if you have anything happen up there, like medically, like just any of that can sort of mess up your insides. I don't know. I'm not being very
if your
eloquent.
Like tubes are, is it ablated? Ablazed. If you have an ablation of your fallopian tubes, nothing's coming out. It's like cauterizing a vein.
Is that what's considered having your tubes tied?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it is.
They're like tucking it in. They're cutting it off. And
yeah, I think it's
okay. Yeah,
you know,
okay,
stopping the flow.
Right.
That's what it is. Stopping the flow.
No more
eggies.
Well, I had an ablation for a fibroid, and so it's kind of like they go and like try to cut it out or whatever. So then I kind of put a question mark, like,
yeah, okay.
Did that start something for me? Because I had that done 12 years ago. So I don't know. And I didn't ask. Because this is kind of an everyday thing that women have done.
It is, yeah.
So I was like, if everyone is starting perimenopause early because of an ablation, then like
that can't be
then
right.
So I wrote that down. Okay. So then she talked about the testing options for getting your hormones tested. And so she said there's 3 ways to do it, either through your urine, your saliva, or your blood.
Oh.
She said really no one does saliva because it's not as accurate.
Sure.
Which I don't know, I feel like makes sense. Because she's like, it depends on what you're eating and like all sorts of things. Okay. Urine only tests hormones that were in your body. Yeah. I think. So it's like everything that's like coming out. So you might not get a super accurate reading there either.
Yeah. I can't imagine how you would.
And then, so she said, then there's a blood test.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if you get your hormones tested, it's usually like a blood panel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also have a little bit about that to talk about. I keep losing my words.
Did you frogette?
I forgot. Brain frog.
Brain frog.
Which is my next thing. So then she went through like the basic symptoms because she's got a slide, like what are the symptoms that and everyone knows the same one. So she said brain fog, night sweats, anxiety, depression, and she said these are what are considered transient symptoms.
Okay.
Which means that over time and after menopause they get better.
Oh,
so like once you're done, and we've heard that from like Annette, and
she did say everything got better, everything will get better.
Right. Most of it. So I was like, thank you, Jesus. Ooh. What else? So her being like a naturopath, a lot of her practice is around, like we've talked about before, with like natural remedies, foods, things like that. And at one point someone asked a question about HRT and she didn't really know the answer.
Oh, interesting.
But also she's like, I can't prescribe that because I'm not a medical doctor. And as soon as someone says like, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm like,
shut it down.
Okay. Like I'm done taking notes. But so she's like, I don't really know a lot about it. But so she was giving those examples that we've seen of like, I don't even think I wrote them down, but like I was going to say deadly nightshade, not deadly nightshade, but like those kinds of things, like the herbs and all that stuff. Yeah. And so I was kind of like, okay.
You have to have so much of those.
Right.
Like so much. And in a very specific like form. You can't just like munch on rosemary or whatever the hell. Like,
right.
You have to really distill that stuff. And have it like 8 times a day. Like just to get any kind of positive effect.
And she was even saying like a lot of women don't like doing that because they have to take it like some sort of like tincture form and it tastes really bad. Like, you know what it reminded me of was like just like straight bitters, probably
like straight bitters. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
I mean, if you're talking about like once a day, I can make that work, but like, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So she talked about, I'm going to forget a lot of this too, because this was like a month ago at this point, but she talked about cortisol. So cortisol comes from your adrenal glands. And it's important because it regulates your blood sugar. It regulates your sleep and wake cycles. It deals with fat distribution and storage and the regulation of digestive hormones. So basically, if you have high cortisol, you have really shitty sleep. You have worse hot flashes, you have brain fog, and you have weight gain. And obviously a lot of physical, emotional, mental stress leads to increased cortisol. So in my mind, that's like you have all these other things going on. So then mentally you feel worse, but then physically you actually do feel worse. And so like everything is just like
everything ups your cortisol.
Is a mess.
It's so frustrating. I'm sure it like, if you looked at like a day scale, it's probably like insane, you know?
She did hand out this like chart thing and I kind of glanced at it, but it's like, I think you talked about this. What did you call this? It was like the chart of...
Oh, the chart of doom or chart of
doom,
death or something. Somebody called it that, and it's super accurate representation of what it is.
So basically it's like, this is what your like estrogen looks like over a period of years. And it's just like 40 to 45 and then after 54 years old. And it's just literally like between 40 to 50, it's like a freaking like
there's an earthquake occurring.
Geiger counter, seismograph, whatever. Yeah. It's just like, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
And then after that you have like no estrogen at all. And so it just like dies out. So
can't wait.
She provided this chart. I was like, oh, cool. That's probably what's happening right now.
Yeah.
In my body. One thing that she mentioned, which this has come up before.
Okay.
And I feel like I finally have a mystery solved. So we hear a lot about UTIs.
Yes, we do hear a lot about UTIs.
Okay. And how like, that's how we're going to die. Basically.
Yes.
Because it seems like that seems to be the main thing.
It's kind of wild how much they're talked about in perimenopause and menopause.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never have thought of that. I've never had one personally.
Right.
So I understand how they like happen. I understand what they do. But it just seems like why do they happen so much more?
So I had a thought about that.
Yeah.
My theory, I had two theories. One was that when you're sleeping at night and you're super hot and sweaty, a lot of that moisture and sweat can just be like moist and build up bacteria.
Yes, of course.
That was my thought. My second thought was we have to pee all the time.
All the time.
And a lot of times it's at night. And so you're like, I'm gonna see if I can wait another hour. I'm just gonna wait. And so then you hold it in. That's also not good.
No.
I don't think either of those is right. Let me tell you what she said. I was just like mind blown. Okay. So she said basically that UTIs come from vaginal thinning. Because we hear that our vagina is basically like drying out and dying. So there's a wall between your vagina and your anus.
Yeah.
And that wall starts to thin and deteriorate. And so at that point, bacteria from your anus can travel into your vagina.
That sucks.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So it's like, it's not like the other things where you can just like put on a fan or go to the bathroom more.
Clean underwear. Yeah.
Right. It's like, it's just happening internally.
That is truly wild,
right?
Actually. Huh.
But so that's that mystery solved. Because
that really blows. I don't want that to happen.
I know.
Well, how come some people get them and some people don't?
Probably just the rate of like
the rate
thinning and like your body changing. Yeah.
Jesus. And there's nothing you can do really.
I don't think so.
HRT.
So HRT. So we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's kind of where I started to like deviate from agreeing with her. Mm-hmm. So she said, and I will say too, I don't want to judge, but I'm of a certain age and I don't care anymore. She was super sweet, but maybe in her like late 20s, early 30s.
This speaker?
This naturopath. So I was like, girl doesn't really know what we're dealing with here. So
oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she was younger. So she said that she doesn't necessarily, she can't prescribe HRT. And we've talked about this kind of thing before. Like, she feels like you should maybe try other things first, but she understands that there's a use for it. But she said she suggests hormone replacement therapy for women within 10 years of their last period, but under the age of 60.
Oh, okay. I wonder if that's got anything to do with that WIH misinformation.
She
campaign.
mentioned increased risk for cancer, blood clots, etc.
Aha.
And I wanted to be like, okay, teacher,
Miss
that was like a shit study.
Yeah.
But I was like, 10 years, like if you have your last period at 51, let's say,
Yeah.
the average, and she suggests between your last period and the age of 60, you could start taking HRT at like 59. And it's like, how is that helping?
How is that helping?
You've probably already had like 15 years of crap.
Yeah. No.
So I wrote that down because I wanted to share that with you, but I really,
that's interesting.
That really frustrated me. And then she went on to say, like, do some yoga, do some meditation, walk, read, journal, deep breathe.
If one more person tells me to do flipping yoga,
right,
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I wrote eye roll.
Yeah, good.
Because I didn't want to roll my eyes like being in the front row. But I just thought, we don't have time to be doing all this stuff.
I hate yoga.
But also it's like, I don't have time to meditate. And like walking, like, you know, I read a lot. I just feel like these are not solid suggestions.
No.
So then she had some tips on like how to make your own electrolyte replacement recipes, like, you know, because you should be drinking water and this and that. And I wrote that down. I was like, okay, I probably should be doing that.
Yeah.
Lemon juice, salt, honey, in some measurement. So I was like, that's easy. Okay.
Great.
And then she said, and we learned about this in what's it called? The Balance docuseries, but she basically said, if you do any exercise at all, do something with weights.
Yes.
Because that will help with your bone loss.
It helps with so much stuff. It helps with everything.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, particularly your bone loss. Like you see those women who were just like little jumbo shrimp, you know, like I don't want to be a jumbo shrimp. I want to be
like
strong.
like China from American Gladiators. Or...
Yeah. Well, I'm maybe not that strong. I want to be strong. I want to like. Yeah. I want to like pick stuff like groceries in both hands. And like a bag of grain if I had to.
Yeah.
And you know, my really big cat and my nephew and like all that stuff. And just be healthy. It'll help you be healthy for longer. I want to go downstairs unafraid. Yeah. That one's big.
So I realize like I need to probably do more of that. I mean, I do like weight type lifting at work, but I need to do it when I'm not at work and like just make it like a regular thing. So,
for sure.
And then what else? I wanted to talk about this at some point, like separately, but like the difference between US and Canada.
Yeah.
But she was giving the recommendation for pap smears and mammograms. And she was saying it's a pap smear now is every 5 years for women 25 to 69.
Okay.
Which I think is maybe not super accurate. I think it's actually every 3 years.
I think it's 3 years for...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she was talking about mammograms. She said, get a mammogram every 2 years for women 50 and older. And I was like, I feel strongly about this. So I raised my hand. I was like, it's actually 40 now.
Yeah. Oh, it's 40.
And if you turned 40 at all in the last like 5 years, you got an email about it. So I was like, we got an email. You get it at 40.
Okay.
If you have a reason that you need to go more often, then you go once a year. Yeah. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, oh,
well, you're not a medical doctor.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, just letting everyone else know because
it's 40 for us as well.
Yeah.
I didn't get my first one until I was 41 because I forgot.
I just went at 41 because that's when I got an email.
And now I have to go every 6 months. Because I won.
Yeah, I go every year.
Yeah.
I'm in that. Yeah.
Yeah. So October I'll be back.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's not as bad as I was.
It's not
that bad. And I've not got a lot to work with. So I thought it would be even worse. And also because the spot that is being monitored is like along my chest wall, basically.
Okay. So
they have to I have to become one with the machine at some point.
Which is hard to do. You're already
even deeper in.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, you're not doing it. Like, it's fine. Just get me out of here. It's not that bad. Don't be afraid of mammograms.
So one woman was asking, and again, our naturopath doctor didn't know the answer, but she was saying that there's different types of mammograms. So there's the one that, you know, you go to the machine and they mush you.
Yeah.
you could get an ultrasound, which I've also had because they couldn't read the mammogram well enough. And then there's another one that does like heat sensing.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think that one's like probably really hard to get because it's new, and probably everyone wants that because it's easier.
That sounds like a nuclear medicine test.
Yeah.
Like a PET scan almost.
Okay.
Not exactly a PET scan, but like yeah.
So she brought it up and nobody knew anything about it. So I was like, okay, that seems interesting. I wanted
much more like, not invasive, but like probably costly.
Yeah. Yeah. And probably more accurate, but
probably more accurate.
Yeah. And then she talked about getting your colon checked, which is not something I'm looking forward to, but
no,
starting at 50.
Not really. I think it's 45.
Oh yeah?
You know what? I think it's 45 for men, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Because I think men have like a higher incidence of colon cancer.
Okay.
But also people like under 30, under 40 have a higher incidence of colon cancer these days too. And I think it's not like that there's more happening. There's just more being diagnosed.
Right.
Potentially.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
So my overall take was I learned a few things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what she said I wasn't sure that I super agreed with.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at it, the main thing is that I look at it and I'm like, all these women here are just like, oh my God, like I'm learning so much, you know? And it's like, well, it's not all totally accurate. So like you have to get more than one
perspective.
Yeah. And so I hope they did. I don't know.
So too.
But yeah.
Probably a lot of those women didn't have anybody, like certainly their mothers weren't talking to them about menopause.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My mother didn't ever talk to me about that stuff, and she's only 67.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I just remember her having like hot flashes. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all she ever talked about.
Yeah.
So it's too bad that they have to come in at the end of it for themselves.
Right.
And hear from somebody who has no experience.
Yeah.
Frankly, personally.
Yeah. And
then who only has half of the information.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
And that's kind of what I felt was like these women are probably like on the other side of it. And there's not a whole lot they can do now.
Right.
Really? You know?
Yeah.
So that was my little recap. I would say if there's like a seminar type thing like this, like in your area, and I even thought like it would be really cool if we could get women together and do like perimenopause in person and like have beer and talk about perimenopause, and just like mostly because I think women are not understanding that they're in perimenopause. And I text friends about this all the time because they'll say something and I'm like, oh, that's perimenopause. And they're like, no, I don't think I have that, or it's too soon. I'm like, no, it's not. Like 35 could be normal. So it's not too soon.
Yeah. What year did you graduate high school?
So I'm like,
in perimenopause.
Yeah. So I was like, we need to like get women together and just be like, have you had any of these symptoms? Oh, so that's what I wrote down too. Because you last time you had your symptoms.
I did. Oh yeah, you wrote your symptoms.
So I wrote mine down because I thought, okay, like let's just see. Mm-hmm. So in no particular order, and there's probably more since then, but so fatigue, night sweats, I can't sleep at night. Like every night I'm up at between 3 and 4. Every single freaking night. Joint pain, brain fog, irregular and heavy periods.
Okay.
I just wrote general malaise, like just
like feeling bad for no reason.
Not even feeling bad, but just like not motivated. I just like day to day, I'm like, what's the point of literally anything?
For sure.
Itchy ears, smelly armpits.
Yes.
The alcohol flush. Dry and itchy skin, which I never really thought about this either, but I've noticed my skin changing in the last like year or so, and I'm like, oh, like I need to like moisturize more, and it's not that. It looks different, and I don't like it. Frozen shoulder once in a while, the phantasmia, the misphonia. Oh, I wrote skin twice because I forgot. And then I wrote dry eyes and then random UTIs because I feel like lately I've had the feelings, but I haven't had my urine checked, but it's just like I kind of can tell, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's a low level something.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were my symptoms.
So much fun.
Which is a pretty hefty list.
I haven't had the frozen shoulder. That one sounds crazy. What does it feel like?
I don't think mine is as bad as other women. Like I've seen video of women saying like their shoulder just like freezes, or it freezes in a certain thing and they can't move it for like days or weeks. Mine used to be more when I was sleeping, and I would just like,
Interesting.
I couldn't like roll over. Like I couldn't move my arm, and so I'd have to like,
what?
Like a mummy, you know, and like it was hard to like get out of bed because I couldn't use my arm, so I'd have to like
That's wild.
So yeah, but I think it could be worse than that.
Yeah. I think they all like, I sometimes feel like I'm having a pretty easy time with things.
Yeah.
In certain ways. Like I don't have hot flashes. I have had, but I don't anymore. The fatigue, the general malaise, absolutely. Dry and itchy skin, the phantom smells, being unable to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I've been able to stay asleep lately, but I can't fall asleep, which is frustrating. Yeah, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, that's, you know, I can take all kinds of things for that. Like I can put myself into a medically induced coma with Robitussin, like I did the last 3 nights, you know.
Yeah.
I can buy better body care stuff. Like I can deal with that. But like, what about when I'm serving a customer and I suddenly catch on fire? Like when that happens, what do I do? You know?
Yeah.
Thank God we have a walk-in cooler, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like most of the time now I'm just sitting in front of the fan. Like I like, especially like if I make dinner.
Oh, cooking. Yeah.
Like cooking, but then like we'll sit down to eat and like maybe our air conditioner is not getting enough like AC into like the kitchen, but like I'm just sitting there and like I'm just sweating. And I'll be like, are you hot? And my husband's like, no.
Not really.
And I'm like, so I'll eat and then like I'll go and sit in front of the fan, like in the other room. It's just like, I feel like I'm dying all the time. Like melting.
I also feel like sometimes people think you're just blaming everything on this.
Yeah.
I've had that not said to me recently, but like kind of implied to me recently by a man. It's not his fault. And I'm like, well, yeah. And I'm like, well, it is though. Like I'm not blaming. What am I trying to say? This is everything. Like I can't. What am I trying to say? I'm frogging.
You're frogging.
I'm frogging.
It's not your fault. Like,
it's not my fault.
Like you can't do anything about it.
My brain is different than it was 3 years ago. It's different than it was
or like a month ago. Yeah,
or a month ago. Like it's gonna be different tomorrow. I don't have any control over this.
Yeah.
Everything I do is just to keep myself from murdering everybody. Like how do you not understand this?
Right.
And if I try even harder, it's just gonna be obvious that I'm trying to like compensate, and then I'm gonna feel even worse, and then I'm gonna lash out at you, and then we're gonna lash out at each other, and then I go home crying again.
Right.
I don't want this to happen. Like just understand that I'm not trying to be like this.
Right.
Just don't talk to me right now. Stop doing that. None of that made any like complete sense, but I think you understand.
No, I get it. And it's like every morning I'm awake at 3.
Yeah.
And then I have to go to the bathroom, and then it's like I can't go back to sleep. So then I'm like reading until like 4 or 5, whatever. No. And then sometimes I sleep later, and then I feel sometimes my husband will be kind of like annoyed that I'm like sleeping in, and I'm like, look, total throughout the night I got like 6 hours of sleep or something. It's like, and it wasn't all at once. So it's like I am exhausted because it's like to the point now where I don't even need to check. Like I'm awake, and I'm like, I'll just look at the clock just to see. And it's like 3:37. I'm like, of course, you know.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, every night. And
now your body's like used to it too.
Yeah,
so
probably.
It's like just like, oh, it's time to get out.
Yeah, I know. Go to the bathroom, and then but yeah, and like so this morning I was just like, look, I was up and whatever. Like I don't want to be like this.
No,
I really don't want to be like this. I want to sleep normally. And he usually watches this, but so he'll know what I'm talking about. But there was a night like last week where I was actually like sleeping and I was in a deep sleep.
Oh no.
And he came into the bedroom and he like shook me awake. And I actually was like, oh my God. And he goes, oh, there's like a really cool thunderstorm happening right now. I was like, sir, I was sleeping.
What the actual hell?
Yeah. And then I was awake. Yeah.
I don't have the words for this.
I'm
unacceptable.
I love thunderstorms, but
we're going to have another one.
I could have missed this one. And
there's going to be one in the daytime soon.
Yeah. So
no.
Anyway,
I love my husband too very much. He works in the morning. He works at 6 a.m.
Okay.
And so he gets up at like 4:45, between 4:45 and 5. And he doesn't do this anymore because I did tell him. But for years and years, he would wake up and I would wake up because his alarm would go off like 3 times.
Yeah.
And now I'm up. And I didn't have to get up until like 6:30 or 7 back then. So I was like, okay, cool. I have like 2 more hours potentially to go back to sleep. And I would. And then he would come back upstairs before leaving and shake me awake
to say
and
goodbye.
say goodbye.
Yeah.
So I could say drive safe. And it was like a morning ritual that I loved and also hated.
Yeah.
Because I was asleep, sir.
Yeah.
Like, so that I finally was like, you don't have to, it's okay. And it's been years since he's done it.
You're like, just know that I want you to drive safe. And that's it.
Yeah. It's just, I feel a little bit bad, but don't wait. Why would you wait? Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, let sleeping dogs lie. Like, they're doing their thing. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cool. Well, do you have a Perry moment of the week?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know if this was Perry or if it was just Perry made worse by this. If it was just like a panic thing that I made worse by my brain being like, everything's terrible, do this. Okay.
Right.
So what had happened was last week I went to the store and I was paying for some items and I used my bank card and it wanted my PIN.
Yeah.
So I put the PIN in and it didn't work. And I took the card out and I was like, oh, I did it too fast. Let me try that again. Normal thing. Did it again and the PIN didn't work. And the cashier said, sometimes this thing doesn't like pins, just bypass the PIN. And I was like, oh, that's fine. That's normal. So I did that. Later that day, I had to pay for something else. And same thing, I put my PIN in and it didn't work. And so that was when my brain was like, fraud is on your account. Fraud's happening now. And I've had so much fraud with this bank. I will not name it. So much fraud in the 20 years that I've been a customer. I don't know why I'm still a customer. But anyway, I went home and immediately called and was like, why is my PIN not working? I've had this PIN for 3 years. This should be fine.
Right.
Totally normal thing. And they were like, well, I don't know. And 3 phone calls I had to make before they were like, you have to go to a branch and deal with it there. So I did. And I drove to this place and this very nice man helped me. And he was like, I've never heard of a PIN just stopping working. You didn't change it. Nobody's changed it. You can log into your online account. I was like, yeah, everything looks cool. There's nothing weird on there. All good. He's like, well, we're going to get you a new card. I know that sucks because you have to like go and change all of your things. And it's annoying, but it's fine. And then you're going to put a new PIN on this card. And then we're going to test it out. And it worked. So I got in my car 45 minutes later, sat down, and immediately knew what had happened. So I will tell you, my previous PIN, because I don't have it anymore, was Lily.
Okay.
My favorite cat. I have to have a word. I can't just have numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lily 5459. What do you think I was putting in when I tried to put in my PIN?
I have no idea.
5159. Lily. I like the letter 1, number 1.
Okay.
That's not how you spell it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was me screwing it up the entire time for the whole day.
Yeah.
Me. I'm the fraud on the account.
And now you have all new
Now I have
everything.
a whole new everything.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember the stupid PIN every time I have to use it. So don't let the panic rat in. Just take a minute and think.
I feel like every time I need to log into something, I don't remember and I have to create a whole new password.
Oh, almost. Yeah.
Every time.
I have them written down on a Post-it.
And Service Canada maybe, or like what's it called? It's not like, it's like the IRS. CRA.
Oh, okay.
Canadian Revenue Agency. They have a thing now where you log in and you can go through your bank. So you have to like choose your bank, and then you have to put in your bank information, like your whatever,
sure.
which I never remember. And then now there's like a second level, and they give you a chart, and it's like you're a spy. It's like, print this out, and it's like this like chart of codes.
Oh my God.
And then when you go to log in, it'll say, tell us what's in box like A4 and C2. And then you have to like put in and I was like, how am I ever going to remember to like have this paper with me, or like,
excellent.
I don't know. And so it's just, I'm like, why is this like another
excellent
thing that
What's your peri moment?
I have like one or two. One is just that I went to see Jan Arden, and most people don't seem to know who she is, but I know you know who she is. She's Canadian, but she, you know, she had her not her heyday, but kind of like in the 80s and 90s, and you've heard her music, you know who she is.
Okay.
So my friend could get free tickets, and she had to go pick up the free tickets and stand in line, and she was just like messaging me. She's like, "I'm the youngest person in line here," and I was like, "Yeah, sounds about right." And people were even asking her like, "Oh, are you waiting in line for someone else?"
For your grandma?
Yeah. Yeah. And so we got to the show, and like, I will say, Jan is of a certain age. I think she's like in her mid 60s now, but like she knows.
Okay.
So the show was supposed to start at 8 o'clock on the dot. Like I checked my watch. Lights come down.
Girlfriend.
The band walks out, and we're like, great.
I love that.
And then she's talking about like, you know, she's like, we know that you're going to be tired. Like, we're not going to take forever. And we got to even like the last song, and she was like, I know people think that you cheer and like, we'll come back and whatever. She's like, nope. She's like, we're ending on this song. It's a good song. 9:30.
Oh my God.
I was like, thank you.
That is beautiful.
And there were like 2 times during the show where she like started to play, and she started like the wrong song or whatever, you know, and she would comment. She was like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know? Yeah. So I was like, she understands her crowd.
That's beautiful.
So it was great. The other peri moment I have, I guess, is the peri moment, and I'm still angry about it because it happened this morning, but I had to call my doctor to get results for something. And I thought, well, while you're on the phone, like, I'll ask you about hormone testing.
Yeah.
And I was talking to like the nurse, and I said, you know, do you do hormone testing?
Yeah.
Like, to maybe even get like some HRT after that, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, cause I'm deep in it. And I was like, life has been really rough lately, and I need to do something. So she was like, whoa, she's like, yeah, we could do like a blood test or whatever, and like write up a referral or whatever request to have blood taken, whatever. And I was like, okay. And then, you know, and she's like, well, hold on, let me ask. And so she went and she asked my nurse practitioner about the after part after the hormone testing, and she was like, okay, so he says he doesn't really prescribe any of that, he just treats the symptoms. And I'm like,
how emblematic of like the medical system.
And a man. But I'm like, if I have 30 symptoms, how do you treat them all?
Yeah.
Like, I'm already on one thing for anxiety. I'm already on one thing for sleep.
Right.
I'm taking something else for like other pain, you know? So I was like, what if all the symptoms are perimenopause?
Yes.
And I need the HRT. So he can't do it. So I have to go to like a special like women's clinic.
Amazing.
And I just, I hung up, and I was just like raging at my husband, like
dumbfounded.
Yeah. So anyway.
Wow.
So we'll see how that goes. I haven't like tried to set up an appointment at the other place, but I will do that soon. And the thing that sucks about that is that if I had gone through my regular practitioner, like, it would have been covered, like, provincial health care, whatever. Now I have to go to like a specialty clinic, and then I have to do
the whole thing.
But it'll probably be worth it.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any recommendations before we round out this episode?
I think send one or add one.
Okay.
It was like on our Instagram. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it's called. It's called like It's Just Menopause.
An account, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
What the Menopause.
What the Menopause.
What the Menopause.
Okay.
Yes. Very funny. Very real. She's a nutritionist.
Okay.
So her angle is, you know, stuff you can do every day, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is not bad. You know.
Like, it helps.
It helps.
It's just not the only thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's very real and very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is just a book that I found. So I get this email every day from this site. It's called BookBub.
Okay.
and you can put in your preferences of like genre and then price. And
Cool.
so I get books that are free or like under $2.
Oh, nice.
And so one of them was free, and I just started reading it last night, but it's a book called I Used to Be Fun. I Used to Be Fun.
I used to be fun.
I Used to Be Fun by Melanie Summers.
Okay.
And I've only read one chapter, but basically it's like, yeah, a woman in her mid 40s, and she's got all the stuff. And she even wrote down like, next time I go to the doctor, I want to ask about anxiety and thyroid and this and that, you know, and she's trying all these weird, like Gwyneth Paltrow style stuff because she's like, I don't know what else to do. And so basically it's like, it's supposed to be about her. Like,
is it a fiction or nonfiction?
It's fiction.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So she's just trying to figure her stuff out. So
it used to be fun too.
You could probably get it on Amazon still for free.
Oh,
it was a free download.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
So
okay. Good to know. Thank you.
That's all I got. Oh yeah.
I feel like this went out a while ago.
We're out of wine.
Yeah.
We'll probably move to a different location, and yeah. But this was my little recap of my seminar.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And at some point, I don't know, maybe we'll have a perimenopause seminar in person.
I think we should have a meetup.
I think we should.
I think we should for like after our 10th episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we should have like a big hang.
Yeah. Probably on your side of the river, because there's
still a lot of people over there.
More going on there. Yeah. And just like get women together and be like, are you sure? Are you not sure if you have perimenopause? Yeah. You probably do.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be really cool.
Maybe I can grab some space at Dog and Pony Show.
I was gonna say your place, or like we know that Full Measure would probably let us do something there. But yeah, it has to be somewhere with beer. Obviously. Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us on episode 8.
Yes. I already forgot.
We're flying.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Going where they
we're gonna
need to go.
do this again.
Okay. Hormones are not going where they need to go, and so
let's start again at ablation.
Let's start again at ablation.
Okay, let's start it. Let's take it from ablation.
From ablation. That's it for this episode. We so appreciate you for joining us. And as always, please share our show with anyone who might find it helpful. You can find us on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcasts at perimenopause. Email us at perimenopause@gmail.com with questions or comments.
And remember, if you're going through hell, grab a beer for the road.